everyone. Today we're going to be talking about embossing. Embossing is a great way to enhance any of your paper craft projects. Now to start, you're going to need some embossing powder. Embossing powder comes in many different colors and different finishes. Now to attach your embossing powder to your paper, you're going to need some ink, and I recommend to use pigment ink. This pigment ink is colored, so it's a great option when using clear embossing powder. You can also use clear ink, which is this one, Versamark, and you can use this with your colored embossing powder. For a really nice finish, use your clear Versamark ink and your clear embossing powder, and it'll give a really nice tone-on-tone look. You'll also need a tool that will help you remove the static when you're embossing. This one is an EK Success powder tool. There's also the embossing buddy, or you can just use a dryer sheet and that will remove the static. You can use a piece of paper, or you can use a funnel tray like this one to pour your remaining embossing powder back into the bottle. You'll need a stamped image, this one is a sentiment, and your heat tool. Let's start embossing. I'm going to start off with my paper, grab my powder tool, and brush on a good amount to remove that static. I'm going to grab my clear block with my sentiment and ink it up really well in that Versamark ink. Press down to give a really nice impression. And you can see the Versamark. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit. Now I'm going to grab my opaque white embossing powder. Now this embossing powder won't give it that much of a shine, just that opaque finish. Now I'm going to flick on the back to remove as much of that embossing powder as possible. Now I recommend you preheating your heat tool. That will help, from warping your paper. Now when you emboss, you can start off by embossing the front of it and trying to do the back also, which will prevent the warping of your paper. Just give it a really nice heating, not too much because they have a tendency to burn really quickly because of the temperature. Okay, and now you're all done. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.